How'd you even work with, like, how did that start? The connection of you even working with Kobe?
Well, I worked for Matt Barnes. Okay. So when I worked for Matt Barnes, he got recruited to the Lakers.
Yeah.
And Kobe liked him because of his defense. And so then there was a lockout year and all these other things.
That 2011 year was crazy.
Yeah. It was a crazy year. So
Wild.
leading up to the lockout, Matt and Kobe would spend a lot of time together. So I'd see Kobe, and so he knew me. This is a funnier story. Matt had a golf tournament during this lockout, okay?
But it's lit though. Let's go.
So
get the golf court.
It was a lot. So Matt was like, hey, Kobe's coming. Like, you need to meet the manager and you need to drive him. I was like, I'll give him the keys. But I was young and spicy. Okay. I'm 41 and mellow now, but like back then I was like really spicy.
Come on now.
And so I was like, I'm not driving this man around. So he comes and they pull, like, the cart is like 3 layers. So it's like front seat, middle seat, and then the back seat for security. So he comes and his manager's name was Jerry. I was like, hey, here's the keys. And he was like, I'm not driving. I said, well, who's driving? I'm not driving. Okay. I have holy jeans on, like a cap. Like, I look crazy running around this golf course.
Ready to party.
So Kobe comes, we get in this cart. I'm driving. I don't know how I ended up driving. I got suckered into it. So I'm driving him. And at Terranea, the golf course is like kind of random. So on this one turn, like we were turning, but I don't know how to drive golf carts, guys. I don't golf. It's not my ministry. What are we doing? Okay, that's not what I do. I build businesses. I don't golf.
But when you're in business, you do golf eventually. Yeah. You're doing deals on the golf course.
Right. You gotta negotiate a little bit.
Yeah, but I drive and drink. Okay, I don't hit balls.
We're not advocating driving, please.
By the way, I don't drink and drive. I just meant the golf course.
Oh, yeah,
like,
golf course.
That's
it.
I don't listen, kids.
Stay in school, kids.
Don't be like me, cuz.
Whoa, bro.
We're on the golf cart. Golf is a little different. So anyways, it's a long golf cart. So we hit the corner and there was a cart stopped here that I didn't see. So I was like, oh, and it like kind of off-roads a little bit. It hits this like little bush. And so I turned the reverse thing on and you have to look back, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, did you just crash me? With his face. Like, and if you knew him, like, and I didn't work for him yet. So I was like,
it's just smiling back.
And it's like, boop, boop, you know, like the golf cart. And he was like, nobody's ever crashed me. And I was like, okay, well, we've been crashed. So we got to keep going. Like, it's not my fault. The carts were stopped, whatever. Cause I was like really on it.
Yeah.
He never forgot that. So fast forward when I'd see him and he would just be like, what up, golf cart? I swear for a year. He didn't call me my name for a whole year. And then I went into wave caps and then he called me Shelly Shell one time. That's how I got my nickname, Shelly Shell.
Shelly Shell.
Evolution.
I love that.
So he'd be like, Shelly Shell. And I'd be like, what? But
you rose up the ranks for Kobe nicknames.
From golf cart to Shelly Shell one time. I don't know what's better, but that's the truth.
I mean,
I like that.
Wave cap is kind of a vibe. So maybe that's like,
that could be the next one.
The next one.
Wave caps. So there was that. I did crash him. And I guess that's how you stay relevant in his life. You become memorable and you don't ask him about basketball. You talk to him about advertising and other things that spark his brain. And I was just like, what are we doing here? Like, what are you doing? Why are you ashy? Like, I had no filter. And he'd be like, who are you? And so I started working for him because I stopped working for Matt because I was a terrible assistant. Sorry, Matthew. And I was like, this is not what I want to do. And so there was like a 2.5 month like period in between. And his manager called and was just like, hey, you know, this is what we're doing, this is what this looks like. I remember Kobe asking me like, if you could meet any celebrity, who would it be? And I was like, huh? And he was like, if you can meet any celebrity, who would it be? And I was like, Jackie fucking Chan. And he was like, what? I was like, yo, he's so fire. And he just, he was like, what?
We love him. But...
He's like, you're hired. And I'm like, what? I thought I was already hired. Like, what are we doing? So anyway,
that was your interview.
That was the interview. That was
just
it.
That question, that answer.
He was just standing there, me and him, and I was like, what's happening? Like, I'm so lost. Like, who asked that question? But when you learn him later, you realize that he asked questions to throw people off because he wants you to like get, wants your authentic answer. Because I was like, huh? Jackie fucking Chan? He's like, why? He's like, he's amazing. English was his second language. He does all his own stuff. By the way, Jackie, when I get married, I'm gonna need you at the wedding. Okay, I know you hear me. Like this is like a dream of mine. So if anybody knows really Jackie Chan, like I literally love him.
What's your favorite Jackie Chan movie?
Rush Hour is amazing. Hands down.
Rush Hour 1 or Rush Hour 2?
One.
Yeah.
It's a classic.
Such a good movie.
Such a classic.
It's on. You're watching that. You're locked in.
It's crazy
every
how many
time.
times it's either in the background or you
Yes.
actually sit down and
And
watch, but
watch
it's
it.
always like on TNT or something. You know what I mean?
Always.
Like it's always on something.
So good.
Yeah. So, I mean, so there was that. So that's how I started working with him.
Okay.
And
God.
then I was like, what's my title? And he's like, director of special projects. What the fuck that means, I don't know. But I literally ran around on every special project you could ever have in a Kobe Bryant life.
Can you give us one?
Yeah.
Give us like a
Give us your
an
top
extreme,
three.
Yeah, top three.
Top 3 favorite
top-
special projects with Kobe giving you.
So one time he was in DC and it was like, so I have his name when he's text me, he used to go choo choo, because he would text at all hours of the night. He would work out in the middle of the night, whatever. He has a thought he's texting his team because now you're on payroll. Like, and so he's like, you work for me, you work as hard as I work. Like basically, like that's it. But it was great though. It was a great learning experience. It was. It taught me grit.
Yeah. She's up at 6 a.m.
And how to
He's
play
up at 6 a.m.
chess.
Like, both on the
How to play
treadmill.
chess. It was a lot, but in a good way. But one time they were playing the Wizards on a Monday. It was Sunday morning, like 2 a.m. his time, which was like nighttime, Saturday in LA. Sunday they had off. And so I get a text message and it was like 11 p.m. And this guy was like, hey, I want to meet with President Obama's social media guy. And I was like, okay. And then I looked at and I was like, who the fuck is that? Like, it's 11 p.m.
Who
at
is
night.
this guy?
Who the fuck is this guy? And he was like, he followed up with a message and was like, tomorrow at 4 p.m. I was like, I'm getting fired. I was like, I don't know who this guy is. I don't even know how to find this guy. Like, what are we doing? I called the manager. He was like, I don't know how to help you. I'll call one guy for you, but like, I don't know who it is. I end up like going, I knew the mayor of DC's son randomly. Like,
Of course.
by
Who
the
don't
way,
you know?
I don't know why I knew this guy. His name was Vincent Gray because the guy, so it's a junior. I text him. He was like, I don't know. I'll ask some people. Finally, I run across, like, I'm on LinkedIn. It was like LinkedIn was so bootleg back then and so new. Like,
It's
I
like
was
MySpace.
just like,
Yeah.
you know, whatever. I typed White House. I typed
What a general
Obama.
search.
Like, I typed all kinds
Who
of things.
is the White House?
Yeah.
Like,
I find this guy and I will never, ever forget his name. His name was Malcolm McCoon. And he was a little white boy. He's a little girthy, which is why I was doing the thing. And I was like, okay, so how do I find him? There's no number. I was sending him a message, doing all this stuff. To make a long story short, I was like, I'm defeated. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't know what to do. I Googled the White House and there was a general number on there. And I called and they pick up all hours of the night. And I was like, hi. I was like, this is a really odd request, but my name is Michelle and I work for Kobe Bryant and the Lakers are in town right now. And he would like to meet with the social media guy, Malcolm McCoon, who works on President Obama's social media tomorrow at 4 p.m. Can you help me get clearance? And they were like, hi, okay. Let me see if he's available. We'll get back to you. And they hung up. They didn't ask me for no information. I was like, I'm getting fired.
Life is
because
over.
in the middle of the
Done.
night, if you don't have answers for him, he'll hit a question mark. He'll
Yeah.
hit a hello.
For sure.
He'll call.
Damn.
Like it would be a,
It's like Jared. you
where's
know,
your
like,
answers? Where's your answers? And I'm like, first of all, I also got cussed out one time because I said, I don't know. And he said, I don't pay you to say, I don't know. I said, oh.
Oof. That's like, that's chilling in your
Yeah, like-
soul.
But
God, like,
these are
fuck.
life lessons. Okay. Words matter, guys. Kids, words matter. Okay.
Facts.
Anyways,
You felt
this
that.
guy, Kyle Leary, I remember these names because it was traumatizing.
Yeah, clearly.
He was Secret Service that oversaw the sports and entertainment division of the White House. He came, are we supposed to be saying that? Sorry, Kyle. He
Black Lives Matter.
called me and my phone was like White House. And I was like, hello?
The bobble of the
Right.
phone is
No,
crazy.
literally, like I was like
And
because
one
I thought
mixtape.
I was going to be fired because now it was like 9 a.m. in the morning the next morning and I had no answers. And he was like, hi, my name's Kyle. Your request got passed on to me. Malcolm can meet him today. What I need is da, 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 da. And so I happily sent a group text to the manager and Kobe and was like, hey guys, you guys have been cleared. Social securities have been sent in. Da, 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 da. This is where you're going to meet. And I got a thumbs up and there was never a thank you or anything else. And I was like, lost weight, stressed, lost hair, like everything else in the
Oh my
Panicking,
God.
process.
sweating, just like,
It's good,
it's
right?
all good. Yeah, exactly. They're
Yeah.
all good. No worries.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's like,
You just have to like think on your feet.
Yeah.
There's so many. I don't even know what to do. The other funny thing is one time he gave me a package and it was like 4:40 something and you know, like the cutoff for like same day delivery.
Yeah, it's like 5
Maybe
o'clock.
It was 3. I don't remember, but nor here or there. I'm thinking it's 5 p.m. And I couldn't get a label that says it had to go out today because he's like, this has to go out today. And I'm like, oh, so I got to bribe, you know, FedEx to like get this thing out. What are we doing? So I get to the store. I call. They're like, we can't do it. We need to see you, whatever. So I'm sitting in FedEx in LA and I was like, this has to go out today. Like, you're kidding me. Like, I'm not doing this. I need a label that says that it went out today, not tomorrow. And then I was like, you know what? I'm not dealing with you. So I called my cousin in Hawaii because they're like 2 hours. Like 2 hours, 3 hours
So smart.
before. And I was like, I need you to do this. I need you to print this label, email it to me, and I'm going to have these people print it. So I took a picture and I was like, look, it went out today and this was the timestamp. And so they can't say. And I was like, so if it doesn't go through, but I had to call back in time because I was in the future.
Right. Like,
you got it done,
it's so
though.
smart. Like
you have to be very witty. Like you can't be complacent. Like you really have to be able to like pivot and self-direct. And if you can't do that with yourself with minimal direction, he was not the person you need to work for.
The thing I like always try to say, like,
but he was great, by the way. Like, so amazing.
Phenomenal. Like, there's like Jason Bourne, you know, it's like Mission Impossible, Tom Cruise, like, and then there's fucking Michelle. Like, she just finds ways to get it done. Like, that's how I always like 007.
What's
like,
my name in your phone?
007. Like, James Bond.